Greetings, my my fans and my friends. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Have you ever had a moment where things seem so chaotic and just all in the left field? There's just so much stuff going on. You can't really focus because it's just chaos, madness, and mayhem. Well, today's segment is about don't trip. It's already worked out. That's right. Don't trip. It's already worked out. My name is Shay Gibson, known as Sister Shay, also known in the poetry world, and also known as Shay Butter. It's your girl. Yes. It's another day with me. So yeah, we're gonna talk about that thing. We're gonna talk about don't trip. Don't trip. It's already worked out. I know I've been there. I know I've had those days and those moments where it's just not coming together. It doesn't seem like it's working out. It seems like the more I try, the more chaos comes about. The more I try, the more hurt I am. The more pain I'm in, the more depressed I'm in, the more stressed I am. I've been there. And I'm not saying that I have the game soda. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is don't trip. I'm talking to me too. I'm talking to you and I'm talking to me. We're helping each other out, right? So, and you know, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'm making it a point not to forget. Okay, so make sure that you make some comments down below. Tell me about those moments that you just felt like, I don't know what to do. What do I do? How do I do it? Well, let me tell you a story, and it's a true story. So I gotta show you this thing, and I gotta bring it home for you. So let me tell you this story. Some years ago, in Shreveport, Louisiana. Do y'all remember the movie The Great Debaters? Okay. Well, I was an extra in that movie. So yes, I was in the movie that Denzel Washington directed. And what's her name? Journey Smollett, Forrest Whitaker. All of these people were on the set. All of these people were here. It was an awesome experience in this movie as an extra. I was in the juke joint scene, which is the very first scene of the movie. So if you guys go back and you look at it, I don't know, you might see a glimpse of me walking through. But let me tell you what my assignment was in the movie. So in the movie, I'm over there, of course I don't have any dialogue. So they told me what I'm supposed to do, and what they told me I was supposed to do, I was supposed to be over there with my little mason jar full of fake moonshine. I'm supposed to be over there with my girlfriends. We kiki, because this lady, she over here singing, she jamming. So we doing, mouthing, but not audible, right? So this guy was supposed to make his way through the dance floor, because everybody's dancing everywhere, because it kind of has that kind of color purple juke joint scene. It has that kind of same type of vibe, right? It was out there in the woods. They had mosquitoes. We had to wear like cutters and all this mosquito, because it was really in the woods, swampy area. They even had snake wranglers. That's right. They had dudes that were hired to pick up snakes because they were out there. Yeah, I know a lot of y'all was like, okay, I wouldn't have been on the set. I know my mom wouldn't have been on the set because she's terrified of snakes. Well, anyway, I'm trying to paint this picture so you can kind of see where it was. So it was out in the woods, and we were kind of like in the Great, Depression era, where, nobody was fancy, had money or nothing like that, right? So like I said, the dude was coming through the dance floor. Everybody's dancing, so he's supposed to come over there to me. and we supposed to have like a little dialogue. I was supposed to be like, I don't want, no. And then he's like, come on, dance with me, you know. And so he grabs my hand, and as he grabbed my hand, I got my moonshine, and I'm juking, right? I'm juking while he holding my hand, and we making our way through the dance floor to the back porch, which is where the fight scene breaks out. If you remember that scene, go back and see it. It's the opening scene. So the fight breaks out. His assignment was, because he was a big guy, so when the fight breaks out and busts through the back door, his assignment was to kind of sweep his arm and move me out of the way to try to break up the fight. That was his assignment. That was my assignment. So of course, when you doing a movie set, I'm not no professional. That's probably like the third extra job that I had. So, but when you do that, of course you got to do a whole bunch of takes. And let me tell you, Denzel Washington was right there. He was right there, watching the scene. So he's like on set. And I would play, hey Denzel, but we couldn't do that. We couldn't do that. But I wanted to. But they said, keep everything professional. So you had to be really professional and do your thing. So, of course, we had to do several takes. Several takes, right? So I think we were probably on our eighth take. So this one was no different, we had to start over and do it the same way. So I had the same movements, he had to come over there with my girlfriends, and he had to slide through and try to get me to dance. I was like, no. Then eventually I was like, oh, okay then. So he grabbed my hand, I'm chicken, I got my little drink, I'm going through. I mean, everything's the same. Well, so, I forgot, on the back porch, they had these guys sitting there, so like right by me, there was some guys, two guys sitting there, and it's like this crate, and they were playing checkers. They were sitting on crates, and they was, it was like a little table stomp or whatever, but they was playing checkers on the little table. So they like right here, because when the fight break out, people vibing, but when the fight break out, everybody else break out. So, all right, so now I'm through the door, and we're back there on the back porch. The fight scene get ready to happen. So I think he got really excited about his part, playing almost like the bouncer in the club or whatever. So when the fight break out, they bust through the doors. He's supposed to sweep me to the side. Y'all, when I do, he didn't sweep me. He didn't scoop me. That dude shoved the crap out of me, right? And so I, because he, it was such a hard momentum, it caught me off balance. And I started stumbling. I fell over the dudes playing checkers. They playing checkers right here, so I knocked over the checkers table. The dudes trying to move out the way, and I'm still going now. Now, mind you, I got this dress on and these combat boot-looking shoes and all this type of stuff. Y'all, that momentum was so strong of that dude pushing me that I literally, after knocking over the table, I tripped and I slid down the steps. It was about 4 stairs. I slid down the steps. I don't get like burns. You see that right there? That's from the Denzel movie, y'all. I slid down the stairs like this. And my arms is down at the bottom of the ground. And my legs is at the top of the stairs. And my dress was up on my neck. So now my butt out. And the dude, because he done shoved me so hard, y'all, his momentum of him shoving me, he done fell on top of my leg. He done fell on top of my legs. His head landing on my butt. And his whole body was on my ankles. I had a scrape on my knee and all this type of stuff. Now, mind you, it's all on camera. So you can hear this saying, cut! So now I'm laying down here. And I'm hurt and I'm shocked. And I'm embarrassed all at the same time. All I could hear was, somebody go get her. And so Y'all, let me tell y'all. I was in pain. But he sent this dude that was like 6'5". He was just handsome and he was like, had this nice beard and goatee. He had green eyes. I think his name was like Elijah or something. I don't know. But that dude came and scooped me up, picked me up, took me over there, sat me down in the chair because my ankles had started swelling because the dude fell on my ankles and yeah, it wasn't cute. It wasn't cute. So he sat me down. He's sitting in the chair next to me. He said, "Give me your foot." So I was like, oh, okay, let me go ahead and do that for you. All right. This dude massaged my foot and my ankle to the swelling went down. And I'm talking about this lasted for about an hour. All the girls walking by, coming from the bathroom and stuff, they was like, I was like, yeah, girl. So, I said all that to say, don't trip. Though I did. But guess what? It worked itself out. I got that inflammation down off my leg. He iced my my ankle, massaged my foot, put the little peroxide on my knee and on my elbow, put my little bobo on my little elbow and on my knee and all of that. But guess what? It worked out. I tripped. I did trip. But it still worked out. And I was still an extra in the movie. I still got my check. And I still ate good on set. It worked out. So, let me wrap this up for y'all. I know some days we get stressed out. And I know that it just seems like this is a never-ending cycle. And we just don't know what's going to happen. But when that ray of light comes through, when that rainbow shows in the sky, it was already done. But how many of you know that we have to go through some things to learn lessons? Yeah, we got to go through some things to learn some lessons. But that's a part of life. But it's also what when we tell our story to people about our journey, that's what gives it that seasoning, that extra spice, that that little old sprinkle of Tony Chachere's, if you will. If you're like me, I'm all about the cayenne pepper. But whatever that is, that's that spice. So whenever you tell your story, whenever you tell your testimony, whenever you speak life into someone and you say, "Hey, look, I was there. I've been through that." But it's peace in knowing that there's an out. It's peace in knowing that you gotta go through it, and it's gonna be you're gonna go through it. You'll go through it, but you're gonna make it. It's already done. It's already done. Nobody has a perfect life. Nobody's life is perfect. Your journey is not gonna be perfect. Even the rich people who have money, billionaires, millionaires, whatever. More money, more problems, right? Nobody's safe. Nobody has the handbook on how to make everything and every day perfect. We have to give gratitude every single day that we wake up because we have another chance to try to get it right. We have another chance to get on the other side of this test. Right? On the other side of the test is a testimony. We have another chance. Don't trip. It's already done. The Creator knew what you were going to do before you did it. He already knew the case scenario and everything like that. Hey, it was already done. You got to go through to get through. And I'm going to wrap this thing up. It's a short one today, but I just wanted to tell you that I was an extra in Denzel Washington's show, in his movie. No, that's not really what I wanted to tell you. But y'all already know that. But it was a great experience. And it was a humbling experience. But I also saw what I needed to see. And I shared that with y'all today. So I hope that you got it, that you understand. Don't trip. It's already done. It's already done. It's already worked out. So I need you to please like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification button so you can know next time I do a video. And yeah, so I'm going to wrap this thing up. I got my poem that I want to share with y'all today. This is not one that I know by heart, so I am going to read it, but I'm going to read it to the best of my ability. And this piece is called Anew. Anew. As I travel through time and flow on the flow of the ink from my pen, I write words of reflection reminiscent of the places I've been. Though physical locations have been many, mentally and emotionally, I had been on a spiritual journey. Learning how to defend myself from the enemy. Somewhere along the way, in the midst of my voyage, my courage to stand was tested. Confessions of depression left me breathless. Faithless, I traveled blindfolded, aimlessly wondering where the time went. Sight unseen of dreams that passed before my eyes, an unsuspecting victim of sightless vision without warning. Morning rays of the sun numbs the concern of my existence. In the distance, someone was calling my name. Ashamed to answer in fear of change, choked with emotion, I am suspended in space because the ink that I once flowed on ran out. Doubt sets in, afraid to begin again. My only friend is the wind, sending caution messages for my way, displaying her love for me. She asks me to pray. In her silence, she whispers to me, mimic the image of my stillness that I place before you, and the blindfold that once hindered your far-sighted vision will fall to your feet. The improvements of your sight will help you to see the light of the path that lies before you. Due to your lack of faith, the fluid from your pen that you once relied on was made to be disappearing ink as a test of faith. Though visibly you could not see the path of your journey, it had always been there. Now, your newly found awareness of faith has diminished the fear. Here, this realm of your faith will reappear to redirect your journey. Just simply follow my guidance on stillness, and the blessings will be endless. Witnesses will stand in awe. Naysayers will be muted, and non-believers will believe again. No greater love is more tremendous than the love I have for you. As the whispering voice of the wind subsides, my soul was quieted with peace. Released from uncertainty, I am certain that she is responsible for the flow of the ink from my pen. It's time to begin again. Anew. It's already done. The evolutionary. Do not be afraid of your do-overs and to start over. Don't be afraid of that. That's what makes you uniquely you. And it's what makes me uniquely me. I love you, my family. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is your girl, Pashay Gibson, also known as Sister Shay, also known as Shay Butter in this thing. I'll see you next week. Peace and love. Peace and love, family. Thank you.